Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And we're underway here in South Philly. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. Only a gain of 1 on the game's opening play. Here's a 2nd and 9. Man in motion is Brown. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. Oh, intercepted on the 2nd play of the game. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Here's a first carry for their running back. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
In motion, Lamb. Prescott on 1st down. That is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. It's 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3. Now, Prescott. He's got it at about the 8. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21. to throw is Prescott. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Third and 6. Prescott now. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the 1st quarter, but that was their 3rd attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him.
On now for 4th down, Trenton Gill will punt it away. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. First and 10. Here's Hurts. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Hurts now. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
They'll run with the Clemson product. This is Will Shipley.
What are we doing?
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. To the tight end, Likely. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that first down play.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in 1st and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
Look him up on a second down and 8. Hurts working in the pistol. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And third down coming up.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just... One guy miss. He picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
On fourth down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. Spotted at the 45, this is a 55-yard attempt. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. On comes the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle. Second and 7. In motion, Lamb. On 2nd down, it's Dak. He'll throw it left and has his running back. They get 16 on that connection. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. In motion, Lamb. Now a give on the ground, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Pistol now for Prescott. A throw on the move is caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Toward the sideline, that's pulled in by Lamb. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Left side, caught by Lamb. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
Really impressive job by the quarterback to stay in there. He knew that hit was coming in the pocket, but he held it just long enough to let his receiver win versus man coverage and deliver that ball on target. Any quarterback in the league, Mike, at this level can operate when things are clean. But when you have guys bearing down on you, can you hold it a little bit longer? Because if not, the timing of the play just doesn't work out.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Prescott again. A hit, and he has lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Prescott. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the first down.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They'll begin here on the ground. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big gain.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Thrown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much there. A yard or 2 down to the 48. Micah Parsons on the tackle. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Hurts. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with him again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. In motion, Lamb. On 3rd down, Prescott. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Play fake. Prescott. He's going to air this one out. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And he will take this down close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no game.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Prescott. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. This is intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field. And this offense is lucky this didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL, and they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back.
Oh, he pumps up the football. The Cowboys have it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
Prescott on 1st down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. pressure, gets there, and down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Perhaps he didn't get all of it. Their catch is taken right around midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. The third quarter begins with a run. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Prescott now. He's got the hook up there on the comeback route. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. Throwing is Prescott. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Up the middle they go. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Sidney Brown, they're on the tackle. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
First and 10. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Hurts. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now a give up the middle. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the 1st half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Dak. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes, and once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
They'll run on second down. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Sidney Brown, they're on the tackle. Third and 6. Dak to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
You get paid for. You know what it is. Take it to the house.
Here's 1st and 10. Hurts going to hold on to this one. They'll pitch it to Barkley. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Here in the second half, you find yourself trailing late. Every single possession is critical. You can't waste any of them. But now, after that 3rd down sack, got to imagine a punt is coming. The likelihood of a comeback just continues to go down.
And this one's going to be downed inside the 20-yard line. To the ground, a 1st down run. And he'll get this only to about the 20. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll get this out wide. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion, Lamb. Get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Pistol now for Prescott. He's got his man, the rookie from Florida. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker. Be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
That one good for 26 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run it on the inside handoff. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. They'll run former K-State product Deuce Vaughn. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That is Ferguson in motion. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. On for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and good. And the Cowboys are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 15. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That one incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
They'll run with the Clemson product. This is Will Shipley. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Dak to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
Now give on the ground, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Back to the ground. He'll get it again. They try the same thing and a similar result. Back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Here comes 4th down.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
This fielded at his own 1. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team... of the football. Hurts going to hand this one to Shipley. Not what they hoped down there. He's given ground, going to lose yardage. They'll mark him back at the 6-yard line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. The defense dialed in. He's going backwards on that one. Taken down back at his own 5.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
No help from those last 2 runs. It is 3rd and 13. Man in motion is Brown. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll run the toss to Barkley. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. A handoff, running left, it's Barkley. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
3rd and a yard. Man in motion is Smith. Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
You can't teach speed. And a guy like this is just a nightmare for these linebackers. He's got a running start at them. You have no idea which way he's going to go, and he ends up just running right by you.
A 1st down throw for Hurts. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. And this ball's going to be incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Shipley. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November.